Okay, this is my conspiracy broadcasting network on I believe, vlog 82. I believe this vlog is exclusively about today. I went to school today. More on that on vlog 83. Um, this is a vlog about what's going on with the city. The city has been lying to me and orchestrating destruction of my property and financial burden, which has caused a lot of issues in the backyard. I no longer have a backyard because it's overgrown due to this water line that they allowed to fester into this flooded state. I went and spoke to them about this last year around February. I waited for spring rains to subside, realizing that this was a regulated amount of water that was pouring in from the adjacent property into my backyard. And long story short, um, even though they had documented it and told me that the inspector of the city would come and their waterworks inspector would come, I called these people back. They never gave me any information. I waited and waited and waited and called back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And every time I called, they made sure to give me a different person's name with a different email to create more subversion. When I did get their email, they made sure to spell it wrong. When I did call them, they went back and forth with me, not knowing, trying to feed more disinformation by telling me that I have to call one department over the other and this department over that one first. And they try to basically run me around and waste my time like always. And every time you try to like circumnavigate and troubleshoot a problem, they make sure to say, okay, this is the wrong department. Let me have you call this person. Let me call you this person and then this person. And what they do is they use a chain of communication in order to orchestrate a bunch of entropy. And nothing, it never gets anywhere. They always say they'll call you back. They never call you back. Long story short, there is a law also known as common enemy law, where when this stuff like this happens, I'm allowed to take action in a civil fashion. And so now I have to upheave and remove dirt. And I'm going to show you what's going on and how easy they could have fixed the problem. It's basically, I found a huge water line that's ruptured. It's coming out of the hill. And now I have to make sure that I deviate the path manually with a shovel. But where it's situated is at the end of a road, and a backhoe or any type of construction, engine or tractor or whatever they had to do to fix it, it's easily accessible, and they don't want to do it. And I'm going to show you pictures of how easy they could have just went in there with whatever they want, whatever construction, whatever water technician, fixer-upper people, whatever they wanted to do, they can do it, and they just neglect it. So I'm going to show you pictures of what everything looks like right now. Also, I don't know who it is, if it's the neighbor or somebody. I had a discussion with about in the last two vlogs, I believe, people or somebody has taken a garbage cart, which is basically a dumpster that you get removed every once a week, I guess, every Mondays or whatever scheduled day of the week they come get it. And someone's taken one of these things and they went out in the back or to the side of the house, and I have a window where I can see the woods nicely and the birds. And they went and dumped this thing there. So now I have to see trash out there in the woods. Okay. I had to call the city of Birmingham, and this is a new project, by the way, for them. This is like just now, I think last year or the year before. Yeah, the year before, they started distributing these green carts. Okay, so this wasn't a thing. Now everybody in the city has their own green cart. The year 2025, thank goodness. But the thing about it is they're using this as semantics to abuse me over the water line break, and they put it in the line of sight of the water line break. And the other thing to note is that this happened right after I called the city of Birmingham a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago now. After I called them and basically confronted them and called them out because they knew once I found out that as I took pictures that the Birmingham Waterworks actually marked it, just like they would mark a regular water line in someone's yard or beside a street or on the concrete, the same markings. So they're very well aware, and they didn't want to tell me anything, and they had me going back and forth, wasting time. Okay, so they knew the whole time what was going on. After I had that conversation, that's when they dumped the trash, okay, in my line of sight, right outside my living room, kitchen window. Is when it's literally, I think it was like maybe 3 days, it was a few days, they threw the trash back there. Okay. It's always this innuendo. It's always these semantics, as you've seen with the jacket, as you've seen with the trash around my vehicle. Also, last vlog, forgot to mention that when I was loading the dogs, I had the vehicle unloaded. I went to the backside of my house down the hill, and I ended up getting my dog. I had the vehicle unlocked. I left one dog in there, had to go get the second one. As I was coming up the side of my house, I heard the vehicle lock. So I left it unlocked, shut the door, had the leash in my pocket, went to the backside of my house, halfway up, back up the hill beside my house. I'm just looking at the vehicle by the bushes where I parked to get ready. And I hear my vehicle door lock. So again, they're fucking with me. Okay, again, using this remote technology. If you don't know about that, there's a whole piece of literature all over the place that you can go and learn about how people are using your satellite tower on your phone to harass you if they have the same key fob. Okay, so that was going on as well. Screen share. This is the first photo I believe I took. Okay, so this is what it looks like back there. This cart was on top of this. Brand new Birmingham cart, City of Birmingham green cart. Okay. And they just left it there. They know trash was there. Didn't want to bother with the trash, but they want to grab the cart. Okay. And this is what I see out from my kitchen living room window when I'm looking at the birds and stuff. Okay. This is the hole right here. And this is their marking right here. Okay. This is the Waterworks mark. Line and everything. You'll find that around subdivisions, grass, on the road. That's a way for them to mark it. Here you see it's just right here, just blowing out, and it's just a straight trickle, a straight persistent trickle, and it goes, and that hill funnels that water into my backyard. Okay. This is what it looks like to the side and kind of what it looks like. So that you can see the water is strong enough to make, debris move, and it goes down the hill. And I had to go there today and take pictures, and I did a lot of dilation and moating and trenching to try to dissipate and lower the level of water near my house and get it to spread. So I have to purchase like a $40. It's going to be into the hundreds, but I'm going to try to fix it with perforated corrugated pipe. Okay, but this is the extent. It kind of splits and then goes down the hill towards my house. This is the actual. So any of the technician waterwork company can literally just come right down the road right here. Okay. Turning the camera to the right. So they could easily, I'm just trying to pan here instead of shooting a video. And then I turn to the right some more. And then the water is right here. And I started digging in this You can see there's a slight slope here. So I'm trying to force feed the water into this depression right here. And we're going to keep moving it north this way in hopes of getting it off my foundation and my property line. This is what it looks like. I pan to the right some more, and that's the water here into different areas, ultimately leading into my backyard and around my foundation. Okay, so this is the area that I was talking about where this is so open. All they would have to do is take a backhoe or whatever they wanted to do to fix it, whatever the hell they can come up with. They even have enough space in here for, a big tractor. Even if you want to take a backhoe and just cut a ditch right here and just cut it off and then bring it over to 35th Avenue Court, which is technically their property. This is city property. Like right here, there's right beside this fence right here. They could easily just feed that water right against that fence into a actual flood drain. There's actual flood drain that is there for a reason. It's there for a fucking reason. And they don't want to. They'd rather just have it fucking. Now I have to pay people to mow my backyard if I get it fixed. I got to do all of this piping stuff, right? And so now we have to go through a lawsuit, right? So it's just events, right? Whatever it takes, whatever type of entropy, whatever it takes. You see all this space right here. You can park 2 tractors. It's plenty big enough. All this space in here to do whatever the fuck you want to do. So that's that. And so this is the vlog on my backyard being flooded. And that's the evidence there. Some of that I'm going to have to turn into the court.